The Americans have chosen. If the Obama election of 2008 was the election of hope, this was the election of anger. Confidence in America's elected officials, which was already plumbing the lows prior to this election, fell significantly through the rancorous campaign, sowing the seeds for the surprise sweep into power of the Donald Trump-led Republican administration. Let's look at the results. With respect to the vote, contrary to concerns before November 8th, the outcome was definitive. All aspects of power in Capitol Hill have passed to the Republicans. With respect to the presidency, Donald Trump will become the 45th President of the United States. The House of Representatives will remain firmly in the control of the Republican Party, and the Senate is narrowly in the hands of the Republicans. Importantly, with the U.S. Supreme Court evenly split at 4 conservatives and 4 liberals with 1 vacant chair, by having control over the next Supreme Court nominee, Donald Trump has a degree of power unprecedented in the past 45 years. Interestingly, since 1928, the S&P 500 has predicted 19 of the last 22 U.S. presidential winners. If stocks are higher in the 3-month period before the election, the incumbent party wins. Hillary Clinton's probability of winning was 86% correlated to the returns of the S&P 500. As of November 7th, stocks were down 3% since August 8th, suggesting that Trump would win the presidency. Let's look at the market impact. Markets had anticipated that Hillary Clinton would be elected as the next president of the United States, with a divided Congress where the Republicans would continue to control the House of Representatives and the Senate would likely swing back to the control of the Democrats. This wasn't the outcome. Instead, it was a clean sweep for the Republicans. If history is any guide, this balance of power, where we have a Republican president and the House and Senate are controlled by the Republicans, has produced the best average annual S&P 500 returns. On average, that has been 15.1% through the period 1933 to 2015. However, in the first year of the presidency, in the period 1929 to 2013, a Republican president taking the White House from the Democrats has performed worse versus other power configurations, with the S&P 500 down nearly 8% on average in the first year of the presidency. Let's talk about our positioning at this juncture. We look at the market through 5 lenses. Let's start with the first lens, lens 1, which is equities versus bonds. Based on economic fundamentals, we're positioned with a risk-on profile that favors equities over bonds. The lens 2 level, within equities, emerging market versus developed market equities, our position favors select emerging markets such as Brazil, India, Russia. The lens 3 level, within developed market equities, the regional call between Canada, US, the Eurozone, and Asian equities, our position favors North American equities versus international developed market equities. The lens 4 level, that is within fixed income, the duration, credit, and regional call, we are positioned with a neutral duration and an overweight in credit. And finally, the lens 5 level with respect to currency, and that is the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar, the euro, the yen, and the pound sterling, we remain long the US dollar and short the Canadian dollar, the euro, and the yen.